things I do around here. I do a lot of cleaning, so in the kitchen, in the bathroom, I wipe down tables after patients are done with their treatment. I take their laundry, like pillowcases they use on the tables, towels for hot packs. Sometimes for patients, I'll get their hot packs, I'll take it out of the big like metal container full of hot water with the tongs, and then I wrap it up and bring it to them. If they're on a timer for something, I'll take them off the timer, let them know they're ready to leave. Sometimes the therapist will have me help with the patients, like actually physically. Like one time this guy was holding this big yoga ball and I had to like smack it as hard as I could. Just whatever the therapist need me to do is kind of what I'm here for.
Usually it's a lot of cleaning. We have a list that we go through. I also am an extra set of hands if patients need someone to like play catch with or like help stabilize them. I just do some random things around the clinic too.
When I was in middle school, I went with my friend to some of her physical therapy appointments, and I was just really intrigued by all the stuff they did there. I thought it was really cool how they could help people like get back on their feet, and I just thought that was something that I wanted to do. My little brother goes to St. Mary Matthias, right across the street, and Mandy, my boss's kids, also go to school there. And so my dad was there and Mandy was there, and they were talking, and she mentioned that there was an opportunity for this. My dad was like, oh, my daughter's actually interested in physical therapy. And so I reached out to Mr. Welsh and asked if that would be a possibility, and he really helped me through the whole process and just got it all lined up, and I came here for an interview and got to work the next week.
So I had been a patient at Rock Valley my freshman year, and it was really interesting because I hadn't thought about physical therapy as a career. And when I was in there, I was like, wow, this would be really cool. So I did a job shadow and I loved it. And yeah, then this opportunity came up, so I took it in a heartbeat. So I actually went to occupational therapy I broke my finger and I had to get surgery on it, and I couldn't move it. So I went to like get my motion back in my finger, and like when I was in there, I would see what the physical therapists were doing and even occupational therapists. And I was like, I did not know that this was like such a in-demand career.
It's been wonderful. They are a breath of fresh air and energy into the clinic. They're very responsive to our patients. It's been fun to watch them grow, and just their confidence as well as their respect for the profession.
The longer you work somewhere, the trust builds. So at first, my responsibilities were really just cleaning. Well, and actually, I probably didn't prove myself very well the first week, because I think my second day working here, it was around Christmas time, and I was vacuuming under the table in the front office, and there was a cord to a Christmas tree plugged in under the table, and I didn't see it, and I vacuumed up, and it sucked the whole thing up and made this really huge noise, and all the lights turned out, and it was really embarrassing. So that probably wasn't a good foot to start off on. Probably didn't trust me with even a vacuum at that point. But I started with just cleaning stuff, and then they had me helping with patients or like doing paperwork, using the printer and copy machine, like just gradually showed me how to do things. Jake in occupational therapy, he showed me how to make splints a little while ago. So it was just like learning more of the trade, I guess.
So they started out with a basic list of responsibilities, were instructed on how to do those well, and then it was a frequent check-in and then a less frequent check-in, and now I know that if I give them a job, it'll be done. Yeah, so they are definitely able to do all of their responsibilities as far as the housekeeping types of things. And then when we want to involve them with patients, it's wonderful to have an extra set of hands. And then they get to do job shadowing and figure out why we're doing what we're doing with the patients. And they've been able to follow some patients throughout their journey, being able to watch them grow and succeed.
I really enjoy interacting with the patients and being there to help them out. They all have such different personalities, so that's fun to see. And I don't mind the cleaning part of it. I feel productive, so yeah. It's awesome to see. That's one of my favorite parts of it is we see these people come in and they're struggling with things, and by the end they're really grateful. They're like getting their lives back, so it's really a rewarding job.
Well, I think it'll look really good on resumes and like college stuff, knowing that I have like experience that I've kind of like firsthand, even if I'm not doing like actual patient care all the time. It's good that I'm like in this environment and I've like seen what's going on. I know that it's what I want to do. and it's helped me realize that this is what I want to do. Because at first I wasn't sure. I was just like, this will be a good opportunity to feel it out, but now I feel like I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm really grateful that I had this opportunity. I mean, I love my job. I go to work excited, so I'm so happy I got this opportunity, and it'll be really good for my future. I want to work in healthcare, and so it's giving me experience with patients and just in the world of healthcare. It's giving me knowledge, so yeah, I love it.
It's critical for us as a private practice to help sustain the profession and make sure that young individuals have a really good grasp of what our profession means from all aspects, so that they understand what am I actually getting into, and what are the awesome parts of the job, as well as what's the realities of it, and is this something that I want to take on. It's not just a leave high school and go right into the field. There is training involved. If you're going the physical therapy route, you have a 4-year undergraduate degree and then a doctoral program. So you're spending 6.5 years to 7 years in school post-graduation from high school. If you're going the physical therapy assistant route, you're going at least another 2 to 3 years to get your associates and that license as well. And then on similar aspects from our OT and our speech, they have very similar programs where it's undergraduate and then graduate degrees as well.
I really, really love my job, and this summer, I was really working with my counselor. I was like, I want to keep my job. Like, you need to help me line up my schedule so that I can keep working here, because well, obviously I like getting money, but also like it's just really important to me to have this experience, and like the relationships I've built with the therapists, like they're like my family. And it's just so important to me that I'm here and that I can continue learning and growing in my skill set. And so I worked really hard to set up my schedule so that I could continue being here.
There was one patient that came in with an injury, and I kind of followed along the entire journey of the patient's like rehabilitation. And so that was really cool to see, like all the motion coming back, and it was really cool just following along that entire experience. A lot of it is like how to interact with patients and how to like adapt to them and what they need. But also I've just learned a lot about the world of healthcare and how processes work, how like information gets shared, and like all the rules you need to follow, and just more about like human anatomy in general. So yeah, I've learned a lot. I really love that it's part of my high school curriculum as well, and like this is technically a class for me, and it's something that I really enjoy, something that I get things out of, and it's like life experience. So I really feel like it's one of my favorite parts of my high school experience.
So I want them to have a better understanding of where are their strengths, where are their areas they want to grow, and how do you as a person want to give back to the community in your adult life, in your career. What strengths do you want to lean on to be able to give back to the community? Whether you figured out, yes, this is the right path and I want to do therapy services, or no, that actually isn't, and it led me into this other path. I want them to really have had some growth and discovery of who they want to be.